up, friends? I'm here with Taylor, one of my best, hardest, most working second graders, and we're going to be working on some place value today. So, Taylor, you see that bag with all those orange cubes in it?
Mm-hmm.
If you had to make an estimate, about how many orange cubes do you think are in that bag?
About 50.
About 50? Do you think that you could group those up, and that way you can figure out how many are in that bag without having to count them?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and go. Stop for a second, because I was going to edit out that, but show me what you just did. Because you're making groups of what?
10.
And what were you doing as you were standing those up next to each other?
I was seeing how many more I needed to add on to this so I can make another.
That's such
So
a
I can
great
make
strategy.
another
How many more would you need?
3.
All right, keep going. Go, girl, go. We got about through building, and you said what?
I think it's more than 50.
Oh, so you want to change your estimate? How do you know it's more than 50?
Because I have more than 10 groups. I have 7 groups of 10.
So you know that's more than 50 already.
Uh-huh.
So what would your new estimate be now that you're looking back at the blocks? You have at least how much?
Right now, it
Yeah.
looks like I have 70.
So look at what's left and see if you can make another estimate.
90.
90? All right, let's see how close you get.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93.
So how much was in the bag?
93.
Okay, how many 10s could you make?
9.
9. How many 1s were left over?
3.
And there was 93 in all, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we know we have 93 with 9 10s and 3 1s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if I shift a 10 over here, is that still 93?
No.
What is it now?
It's 83.
It's 83? Well, how much is over here?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
But I still have another 10 here, right?
Uh-huh.
So that would get me to what?
90.
And then 3 more would be?
93.
So do I still have 93 even if I shift 10 over?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just changing the way that it looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if I shifted this 10 over? Is there still going to be 93 blocks?
Mm-hmm.
But now I made 93. How? What do I have over there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 70.
And then what do I have over here?
10, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So 70 and 23 together would make
93.
93. Awesome. Okay, so now that we did that hard part, I'm going to see if I can. How much is just this part?
10,
And these two?
13.
So that's 10, and then what? What's left over?
3 more.
And 10 and 3, that makes
13.
13. Okay, what about 10, and what do I have here?
5.
Do you know what 10 and 5 would make?
15.
Okay, what about, I did 4 more, 5 and 4 more. What would 5 and 4 more be?
19.
Oh, so 10 and 9 makes 19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I gotta take these blocks away because you're getting pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can challenge you, okay?
Okay.
So if I had 10 and 4, what number would that be?
14.
If I had 10 and 5, what number would that be?
15.
What about 10 and 8?
18.
Dang, you're good, girl. All right, you're doing good. Okay. So, have you guys used the beaded number line in class?
First grade.
In first grade? So, what do you know about that beaded number line?
So, if you ask for a number, we have to pull out those numbers. So, say you ask for 5, I would pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, why does the beaded number line have 2 different colors on it?
Oh, so if you get over that number, and say it was like a teen number,
Mm-hmm.
you would have a red.
Some red ones too?
Uh-huh.
So, how many are in each group? How many beads in each group?
10.
10. Okay. So then how many beads are on the whole number line?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50,
100. Okay. How many tens would I need to get up to those 100 beads?
You would need 10 tens.
10 tens. Very good. Okay, so say you said you're pretty good at this sliding thing. Can you show me 32 on the beaded number line?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
So now that you have 32, how many tens would you need to get up to 32?
3 tens and 2 ones.
So I wonder if you slid them back, if you could get there even faster if you use those tens. Do you think you could?
Uh-huh.
Okay, show me. Slide them back. Show me how you could use those tens to get to 32 even faster.
10, 20, 30.
Excellent. Okay, so how many tens would you need if you were going to show me 70 on that beaded number line?
7 tens.
7 tens. Go ahead and check and see if you're right. Do 7 tens and see if that's 70.
So that's 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens.
And is that 70 beads?
Mm-hmm.
You're confident?
Mhm.
How could I count to check?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
Excellent. How many tens would I need for 89 before you?
89,
How many tens would I need?
8 tens,
And then how many ones would be left over?
9 ones.
Okay, go ahead and build 89 and let's see if you were right.
That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 89.
Yeah, 89.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I wonder if you can use that 10, Taylor, to help you find that 9 faster. How many would you have to leave up there?
1.
Just 1, right? Is that 89?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and check and see. Make sure you're correct.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, I accidentally put 2.
No, I don't think you're
Oh,
wrong.
right.
Yeah, you were right. And that's 9, right?
Yeah.
So then 80 and 9 makes...
89.
Excellent. You're getting so good. Let me try without any manipulatives at all. Okay? All right. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay?
Okay.
So if you had 4 tens, what number would that make?
40,
If you had 5 tens and 8 ones, what number would that make?
58,
If you had 2 tens and 6 ones, what number would that make?
26,
Okay. If I had 74 beads, how many tens could I make?
7 tens,
And how many ones would be left
4
over?
ones,
Okay. If I wanted 92 beads, how many tens could I make?
9 tens,
And how many?
2 ones.
2 ones would be left over. Very good. Okay. I'm going to do, let me check my time. You got 3 minutes before I got to get you back for reading groups. We might have to stop early, but I think we're going to be able to have a good start, okay? So I'm going to show you a number and you just tell me what number is it, okay?
42,
Okay.
76, 95, 102.
Okay. So you know those numbers, right? So do you know what 10 more than 42 would be? Let's think about that.
10 more.
If I added 10 to 42.
10 to 42.
How many 10s are in 42 already?
4.
So then if I just added another 10,
52.
there you go. So if I'm at 76 and I wanted 10 more, what would the new number be?
86.
Very good. This one's a little trickier. If I had 95 and I wanted 10 more, say it.
105.
Yes, boo. If this one's the trickiest one of all. If I had 102 and I wanted 10 more.
200 and wait, no, 103.
I'm adding 10, not 1.
Oh, 200.
Not, you just added 100. So, do you know what 10 more than 2 would be?
Yes.
What would that be?
10,
10 and 2 makes what?
10, 12.
So then if you wanted 10 more than 102,
Is 12.
not just 12, 112, right? Very good. Okay, so you're pretty good with 10 more. Let's try to switch to 10 less. So if you know 10 more, I wonder what would be 10 less than 42?
32.
What would be 10 less than 76?
66.
What would be 10 less than 95?
85.
And this is a hard one. 10 less than 102.
100. Wait,
10 less. That's a super hard one. What do you know about how many tens are in 100?
110.
How many tens make 100?
Oh, 10 tens.
So if you know 10 tens makes 100,
10.
and I need to take a 10 away to do 10 less.
My answer would be 10.
If I have 10 tens and I take a 10 away, how many tens
10, 10.
would I have left?
0, 10.
Put up your fingers, but pretend they're tens. Each finger represents 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take one of them away. How many tens would be left?
1.
So put them back up. They're tens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know 10 tens makes 100, but you took one of those tens away, right? So how much is still left on your fingers if each 9 tens, right? So right here for 102, we have 10 tens and then 2 ones, right? So if I want 10 less than 102,
92.
you got it. Excellent. Dang, girl, you're getting so good. So good. All right, so for the very last part, I'm going to have to pull you for like 2 more minutes after your reading group to do the very last part. But you did awesome. Give me a high five. I have to do a real quick edit because we're back with Taylor. She had to go to her reading group yesterday. Of course, that's super important. We just had a few more questions to do. Right, Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What do we have here?
42 minus 10.
What's that?
I have 4 tens and 2 ones. Take away a 10, that's 3. Take away 0. Take away 0, 2, that's 32.
So I'm just doing 40 take away 10 is 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 30 in that 2 is 32, right?
Yes.
Okay. Try. You're really good at explaining. Try that one.
I have 9 tens, take away 1, and I take away 0. That's 85.
Okay. How about
Have 7 tens, have 6 ones, take away 1 10. That would be 66.
okay. There might be a couple tricky ones in here. Can you think about that one?
9 tens, take away 2 ones. 7.
Take away what?
2 tens.
Okay.
That's 7. If I need to take away 1, that would be 2. 72.
Okay. This next one might be tricky, okay? Just a warning.
If I have 9 tens, take away 2 ones.
Take
2
away.
tens.
Uh-huh.
That would be 7. If I take away 6 of those, if I had that 10 and I took it away, I could add it to 3. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10 and 3. You know that one, Taylor. Are you? So when you're doing that one, you're talking about doing. Tell me what you're talking about doing with this 10, though. I think this is a good idea.
So I have 9 tens, and so 93 minus 26. If you don't know that answer, we cross off this 26, but we use 93. We always use the higher number. And first we have 9 tens, and then take away 2 ones. That would be 7.
2 ones.
2 tens.
Okay, so you take away 2 tens. So let's just say you're taking away 2 tens from 93. What would that get you back to? So like
73.
73, right?
Yes.
And you still need to take off how much?
6 ones.
So 73 minus 6 more ones.
73 minus 6.
Can you break up the 6?
Uh-huh.
Like 73 minus 3 would get you to what?
73 minus 3 would be 60.
You're 73. Isn't 73?
Wait.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that problem was 93 minus 23, would you have to do anything tricky? So then what would 93 minus 23 be? get a marker so we could. We're back. We were working on a tricky one. 93 minus 26. Now you have some strategies for this. This is something you're actually working on in 2nd grade right now, right? Okay, so we said this is 93 minus 26, and you were thinking that you would need more what?
More ones.
More ones. And if you did need more ones, where would you get more ones from?
From the 10 you took away.
So show me in that model of 93, how could you change the way that you think about 93 to make this an easier problem? But is that 93 now?
No.
It's still gotta be 93. You know you need more ones, right?
Yeah.
So where are you gonna get them from?
From one of the 10s.
So slide that 10 over with your ones. Is that still 93? Okay,
yes.
so now we changed the way that we thought about 93, right? So now we're thinking about 93 as, what's here?
70.
Is it?
80.
80. And
3.
is it just 3?
10.
10 and 3?
13.
13. Okay, so I'm thinking of it as 80 and 13 now. Is 80 and 13, is that the same thing as 93?
Yes.
It is, right? So now, if I'm doing 80 and 13 and I'm trying to take away 20 and 6, this is really 20 and 6, right? Is that easier now?
Yes.
That's one way I could do it. So I have 80 and I took away 20, what would that leave me?
83.
Use your blocks to check. If I have 80 and I take out 20, like
Take 20.
take them and put them over on that table because I'm taking, wait. How much are you taking away?
I took away 2.
So leave that one there then,
Oh.
right? So I take out 20 and what does that leave me there?
Took away 20.
In tens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
6 tens is what?
60.
Okay. And then you had 13 ones, right?
Uh-huh.
But you need to take away
6.
6.
Oh, I could take away 3. These 3.
Uh-huh.
I could break apart this.
So you could break that 10 up?
Yeah.
And then if you took the 3 and then another 3 off of the 10, what would that leave on the 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, right? So I would have 60 and 10s, and I would have 7 and 1, which would be...
67.
Okay. So there's also, I asked you another thing. I was like, that's one way you can do it, but you would definitely have to show your thinking on that one with like a marker or a pencil, right? I wonder if, could you use a problem like... What's this one? This one's easier, right?
93 minus 20. I need to take 2 times.
What would that be?
73.
That one's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't take away all of the 26. I only took away 20. I still need to take away what?
2.
20 and what makes 26?
6.
20 and 6. So now I'm at 73. I want to take away 6, but do you remember when you had your blocks? You took away your 6 in chunks, right?
Yeah.
First you took away a chunk of
3.
3, and that got us back to what?
70.
And then you said I didn't take away all of that 6 yet because 3 and
6.
3 makes 6. So now I'm back at 70, right?
Yes.
And if I take away the other 3, then when I took away 3 and I took away 3 again, that's the same as taking away
6.
6. So then 70 minus another 3 would get me back to what?
73.
I'm
Wait,
not,
no.
take your time.
93.
I'm doing 3 less than 70.
That's 3 less than
What 10 comes before 70?
60.
Okay, so it'd be 60 something. If I have 10 and I take off 3,
63.
3 and what get you to 10?
3 This is tricky.
No, you're doing great. Here's a 10. 3 and what other part gets you to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Okay, so if I'm at 70 and I take off 3, then I know I'm going to be somewhere in the 60s. And if I take 3 off of 10, that would leave me at 60.
63.
60.
66.
What was left?
67.
There you go. Okay, that's another way you can think about it, right? You can chunk up that 26 into easier chunks like 10s, and you can break up your 1s if that makes it easier. Okay, I'll show you one more way. There's so many ways you could do this problem. I could be here all day because I just love all the different ways. I wonder if you could think about a problem like this.
93 minus 23. 93 minus 23.
Is that one a hard one?
No.
What is that one? 93 minus 23.
Take away these 2. Take away 3. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
Okay, so if I had 93 and I took away 23, that would get me back to 70. But I only took away 23. If I need to get to 26, 26 is the same as 23 and how many more to get up to 26?
27. Wait.
23 and how many more get me up to 26?
23.
I'm already at
3 more.
3 more, right?
Yeah.
So I already took off the 23 chunk, right?
Yes.
And I can do the 3 because I have 3 1s here, and that's easy. That's going to zero out my 1s, right?
Yes.
But now I still need to take away another
3.
because that will get me up to 26, right?
Yeah.
So then I was at 70, and I can take away the other 3. That will get me to what?
73. Wait.
You're taking them away. What's the 10 before 70s?
60s.
Okay, so it's going to be 60 something, right? Remember 3 and what number?
63.
Wouldn't 3 and 3 be 6 though? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, right?
Yes.
I just got to take 3 off of the 10.
Yes.
How much would be on there still? 3 and how?
4.
3 and how much more gets you up to 10? Use your
Take
fingers.
away
Look at your
3.
fingers because you got 10 fingers. Look at your fingers. Put
Take
down
away
3. What's left?
7.
7. So what's left on this 10?
7.
So then it would be 60.
7.
Yes. These are the ones we're practicing right now, right? These subtraction with regrouping ones. They're tricky, right? Okay. You're doing great, Taylor. I really appreciate all your hard work. You are doing amazing.